wrong. Just like everything went right, everything went wrong when I put on that dress.
When I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress?
Those of us who watched the Jamie Foxx show loved the Jamie Foxx show. That is different than the fact that Martin and Jamie are really going to do Sinead and Wanda as a movie.
Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
You see, because once you do Sinead and Wanda as a movie, and we already have Big Mama's house, and we know Brandon T. Jackson, that nigga showed up with his dress.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me.
He was ready to be in 1 and 2.
He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature. Right. I feel like, dang, why? I'm trying to make it.
You just start wondering how many niggas really need to wear a dress.
Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress.
And why is it so important? And they tell you shit like, but it's funny, is it?
They come in, the writer comes in, I think he's the writer, he's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and
Many of you already know her. She's a 68-year-old pistol-packing grandma who is quickly becoming box office gold. You know her from last year's smash hit, Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
But he is a drag queen.
And now she's firing up the big screen again in Medea's Family Reunion.
Let's be very honest, a drag queen is somebody who works in drag. Do you know who Medea is, sir?
Y'all tell Beyonce if you see her to stop biting all my stuff. She be stealing all my ideas and everything, my fashion.
That's a nigga in that dress, sir. That's not nobody's grandmama. This nigga is only funny when he's playing a bitch.
They got Tyler Perry dressed up like Medea. Seen Eddie Murphy to something sweeter. Rasputia dressing drag, they might mute ya. Wasn't fond of Jamie Foxx playing Wanda. Rather see Flex play a father to his daughter. Not homophobic, man, I'm just saying. Kim played less female roles in the weigh-ins. And I understand brothers trying to get that work, but why Cuban Gooding stayed dancing in a skirt? Superheroes turn feminine, why I don't have a clue. Wesley Snipes went from Blade to 2 on Food. Played the 5th on Will Smith, Chris Tucker, RuPaul. Keenan Thompson played them all. Whoopi Goldberg in a Shaw. Cheerleaders, drill team, Flip Wilson, Geraldine. CeeLo got success when he put on a dress. Damn man, let me tone it down. I don't mean to yell, but love when Dave Chappelle told him go to hell. 50 Cent, Soldier Boy, cover of that XL.
Watch all those images you put down on your set.
Honestly?
Yeah. Okay, so technically this story doesn't have anything to do with me.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know.
But Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us. And until we deal with that, until we deal with the fact that a devout Muslim who doesn't eat bacon was accused of being a crackhead. Until we establish the fact that they said that he went to Africa to smoke cocaine. When we know they don't have running water and food over there. When they don't have paved roads over there. You saying he flew past Chicago and Miami?
And LA and New York and Detroit. You saying he went past Cleveland and Fort Pierce, Florida, and he went past Okeechobee and Oakland. You saying he went to another country where they're not eating?
Right. You talking about somebody who has a wife and children, 5 children, and lives on a farm, doesn't live here in Hollywood. You saying you convince people that person was an insane crackhead?
That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it. I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it.
I meant this in the nicest way possible, man. You know? I mean,
Tell me about these fake ass bitches.
most of these niggas be bitches too, but you don't never hear that side of the story. So, we finna do this shit like this.
Can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass singers and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your punk ass bitches.
And he hasn't been on movies and TV for 8 years. Is that correct? Wow. Okay, then don't tell me about what you want to tell me about. I just watched you decapitate the king in front of me.
So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're a writer. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up. We were supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money.
Then when he made $500 million, they said even though his contract said he should get half of it, they said he made too much for the contract to be valid, so we'll offer you 10% of what you made.
You know, the pressure comes in. Huh. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this.
You mean he made $500 million and they offered him 50? Yes. And he said, what do you think my fans are going to say when they find out you offered me 10% of what I made you? And they said, your fans will believe that you're a crazy crackhead by the time you get home.
And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then...
And my nigga got on the flight in L.A., and by the time he got to Ohio, it was so. And 8 years later, he hasn't been in a movie and or television. Is just now trying to do his real comeback.
Wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is... Oh, gosh, this guy's so difficult. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they be putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
So now you can be the fake king or you can be the real king. Because I've never been the funniest person on the planet at any point. But now Dave Chappelle has always been funnier than me.
You know, it's like, so you gotta take a stink.
I've always been aware of who was funnier than me. I've just also been aware of who wasn't.
I know, they're probably gonna kick my ass.
It was a negative changing point, to be honest.
Okay.
Positive in a way where the perception of my image was on every bus, but my personal life was in shambles in that time. It was horrible.
So Big Mama was a changing point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like my life was just, it was hell from there. My personal life was in shambles, but my career, it was at its height, I believe. It was going.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was like, it was hacky, you know, and I did it purely for the money and the work with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it for the purity of comedy, but I did it for the purity of work with Martin. But I believe that it was still more than money. Like, damn, I'm gonna get a big check, you know.
Yeah.
So the Awakened brand, and you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get a dress.
Every night I say, Jesus, if I have strayed from what you wanted me to do, that is not what I had planned for today.
That's right. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy? You know what? Yeah, he might be a kid. Just put him in the dress.
But Lord, if you see Satan, would you tell him I said he ain't shit? Fuck him in his dirty, stank, AIDS-infested asshole. Jesus, would you tell him that?
But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
You tell him that when I see him, I spit in his face every time I see him. If If he jump in another motherfucker, I want that motherfucker.
I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then.
Satan ain't shit. Atheists ain't shit. Satan ain't shit. Atheists ain't shit. Satan ain't shit.
That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. You sit down, man. Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to think I don't like people. I like people fine. I just don't like people that sell people shit, but then can't tell them the truth.
With Martin, things went wrong when he did it too, because Martin is very anointed. Martin is a very strong man, and Dave Chappelle said that too.
Seems kind of fucked up to me that you could be a famous entertainer and make billions and billions of dollars, but the one thing you can't do is tell the truth.
Honestly, I think it's a spiritual thing, but everyone has their own journey. I can only speak for my journey. Once I put the dress on and I had that fire was put out.
Yeah.
And I only did it one time. So imagine doing it 3 times, 4 times. But then Tyler Perry did, he got stronger. I don't know the rules. When I put on a dress, it came with a demon baby mama and a starter kit for hell. That's what happened to me.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
But I love her dearly. Next to her is what we call Miss Thing. We call him that with love and affection, as all of us know. Well, he hasn't let us down yet, has he? We've been friends a long time, and I sure wish he'd return my red handkerchief. My wife been wondering where it was. I hope it still has her perfume scent on it. But really, Paul, it's really been a pleasure working with you, because we worked together many years ago on the Red Fox show. We started writing together, and we walked into the office with the white man, and Paul what he did was sucked his dick. But I must say, Paul had a sense of humor. He didn't let him come in his mouth. But seriously, Paul wrote most of the dialogue for everybody up here tonight, and he's a brilliant writer. And we went once to what was that man's name that we went to and we had to fight? The producer. Shelton Leonard. Shelton Leonard. We walked in his office. We was there for an hour together, and Shelton Leonard picked our brains, and he said, thank you, and you can leave now. And I asked for the money. and Paul said, don't do that. Don't get us in no trouble now. I threatened to kick his ass, and Paul tried to join him. But we're dear friends, and this is all in fun. Next, I'd like... Next, just don't tell them about Maropasa. Next time, Paul was with me once when I first fucked my first faggot. And he's been holding that over my head for 2 years. I fucked a faggot. I just want to say it now so nobody else can tell.